Hello, today I'm going to be showing you how to do a license import into the Snow Atlas platform. This allows you to do multiple licenses at the same time, whereas if you're doing it through the UI, for example, going to licenses, add license, you can only do a single license at one time. So the advantages of doing the import allows you to do multiple at the same time. To note, while doing the import, there is a number of key values that you need to remember to take care of, such as the application name, legal organization name, purchase date, and assignment type are mandatory fields and do need to be filled out. We do recommend coming to the docs page and going to manage license imports under the SAM core area to review the steps that we recommend going through. As we proceed, we can go back to the UI, go to the home, and to start off with, we're going to pick data imports, and we're going to look at the license import and update. We do recommend downloading the import template to get started with. Once downloaded, it will look at something as such. And this is what the example template looks like. As we can see, this has all of the available columns, options that you might require, and more than is needed to do a bare minimum import. But this allows you to do a number of different things, such as upgrade licenses, downgrade licenses, specify maintenance and support contracts, add notes for purchase and other such values, as well as you have the option, if you have custom fields set up, to add your custom field column in and fill in a value for that automatically via the import. Today we're going to be doing a smaller import option just to give you an example of how to do this. So let me show you my import template. So here's my example template. We're focusing on Microsoft SQL Server 2022. We specified our legal organization GUID, purchase date, metric, the assignment type, quantity, purchase price, currency, and so on from there. So the question is, where do we get these values from? This easiest way is to have your Atlas tenant up at the same time, come to applications, select the application that you wish to create a license for. In my case, I'm using Microsoft SQL Server 2022, and making sure you copy the name one for one, selecting the metric that you have set, or if you wish to add multiple more, you can come to the edit application, license setting, and add another metric and change this as you desire. In my case, I'm leaving it as the default of installation. The assignment type will vary on how the license is being handed out to the computers or users, depending on the metric type or core. In our case, we're sticking with organization, meaning it'll base on the organization nodes where computers are located and assigned to. So you will have the option to restrict it or add more as you wish to do so. Regarding quantity, that is the number that how many licenses can be assigned. For example, we only have a compliance of one, so we only technically need one license requirement, but this will be based on the purchase you have. So there is a number of different options, such as cross editions, meaning if you have Microsoft SQL Server and Standard Edition, Enterprise Edition, for example, this will let this one application license cover those editions. Downgrade rights will mean the license will be able to cover 2019 in order, for example, in our case, and cross-platform edition means different operating systems as a option. Auto allocation means it will automatically assign based on the assignment type to the computers available. In our case, we've said no because I wish to do this manually. And then we've added a maintenance and from and to date, meaning we have a contract of when we have maintenance for this. We set the vendor as Microsoft, and I added a purchase note of confirmed purchase, for example. So, to proceed from this, the question also might be, where do you get the organization GUID from? Coming to the Snow Atlas settings, organization structure, and that we recommend using the export functionality to get this. And for example, if we take a look at ours, this is how our example looks into, and you want to base this off your is legal node, as this is required to be yes for you to be able to do a license import into, and then taking the ID value you wish to assign it to. So in our case, we're using this Flex demo one, so we've taken the ID value here and pasted it into our template here. So proceeding, if we come to SAM core, data imports, license imports and updates, start new import. To note, as of current, we only support XLS and XLSX, but note there are going to be further improvements made to these pages and import methods over the upcoming months and year. Choose file, select the import file, in our case this one, then select next. And as you can see here, it will map the values as we have added them to our import file. And to note, the ones with an asterisk are required values, and if I'm missing, will not let you do the import. So the key is to make sure you review each one of these and confirm they map up to the correct values you wish to do so. And then select next. And as we can see here, the status of our import is ready, and we can validate there's no issues with the values going across these areas. And next step would be to click run import. To note, if you had multiple lines or rows of licenses you wish to import, they would add multiple values going on from here. As we can see here from our example, we have one row imported successfully and 0 failures. So we can click close view and then confirm that's gone in without issues. So we can go to the license using this button down here. And as we can see here, there is our new license. And going into this, we can confirm that this has been created based on our specifications and so on from there. Just to make it note that these will not take effect against your compliance right away unless you trigger a compliance recalculate instantly. And that can be done by coming to home, compliance, recalculate compliance. And if you're okay, it will be run on schedule each day to automatically update. They'll calculate compliance. If you don't trigger it like I did, you will need to wait, and your compliance queue might not take effect until that happens. As we can see here, taking a look into this now, we are now compliant with our license of 50, and we can confirm that under the compliance tab here. I appreciate you watching, and thank you for your time.